Man, bad elastic. You know what I mean? Bad elastic. You would think that, man, if you're not lost them that time, that'll fit in there. And I'm gonna put this right here. That's a box. Actually, that's a buzz coil that didn't have no wood on it. And we'll build a wood box for this buzz coil at some point. That's a project right there. Don't forget that. That's a brand spanking new. I should sell that on eBay. But you know, once you, oh, I'm not going to put that in there. I'm going to put a bunch of tools in there. And you know, I'm not going to do no tool review or nothing like that, because we'd be here for a while. You know what I mean? Just like that thing right there. What is that? It's a case. That's a pocket steel, brand spanking new, never been used. You know, why do I have that? Brand new in the box. You know, it's just normal stuff that everybody has. You know, just like this thing right here. I got one of these. It's I ought to put that on that crack, or I ought to put that to some good use. But anyways, I got one of them, and I also have one of these things right here. Mr. Pete told y'all about this right here. Go over there and tell him that I sent you over to see how to use these files. Mr. Pete is the authority on them, but you know, what is it? Eight different tooth patterns, and you can clean up a damaged thread with one of these thread files right here. You should have 2 or 3 or 4 of them in your box, you know, any given time. Most of the time, you know, that's the kind of tool. I mean, these tools ain't been used for years. You know, there's a tack puller and two carpenter pencils and 2 glass cutters and a little bitty this is one of them tools right here. That's a trick tool, and I'll probably never use that, and why I take up space in my toolbox for that is beyond me. It's one of them trick tools, a pile driver like, but it's got little sleeves in there, and it fits a real small one, or it'll fit the next size and the next size and the next size by just pushing back on whichever one fits it. It's a good idea, but it don't work. You know, if you got something really stuck when you need that, it won't work. I'm just saying. And I don't even need to talk about that. Some grease fitting things, and you know, everybody in the world's got one of them or 4. You know, you have to have them. You know, the little things that gets in the corner. Oh, there's the key, and I done cut the lid off of it. And that right there is a good thing. I ought to put that, well, I'll have to move it now, but that's a spark plug clean out tool. And check your trailer plug with that thing. I've used that. And, you know, I'm just going to have to throw these in there and then deal with them later. But that's them little bitty hole saw, you know, hand deal saw blades, whatever they're called. Look it up. And this right here, I think this is a bicycle. You adjust your spokes on your bicycle with this thing right here. It's a bicycle spoke wrench. I got one. I don't have a bicycle. But if the need come up, I could adjust it. And okay. Oh, that's a piece of glass there. Oh, that got in there. But, you know, it's an antifreeze tester, them little balls that runs up and down. It's wire cutters of every different kind. And another tool that everyone has is a protractor. I mean, you got to have them. You should have 2 or 3 at different places, and I do, and I wonder why. But even to the point where I got 2 antifreeze testers, and I think I do use both of them to make sure that they're alike. They'll get broke too, I'm just telling you. Man, X-Acto knife blade and a linoleum, I think I need to keep that out. And rulers and stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Oh yeah, I made this right here one time to pull dents out of a fender. You drill a hole in there and then pull this out like that. You can buy a store-bought one, but that's certain. I made some money with that tool right there. And this is one of them tuning forks. I don't know what it is. But right here's an interesting little tool. It's, pay attention, Parrot, to this. It's a RPM thing. And it's got a warp. It does like that. If you put it on your engine, put it somewhere like that, and the engine's running, and this thing right here will vibrate, and you slide that back to where it don't vibrate, and that's how many RPMs your engine's running. You know. I think you would carry this in your backpack if you was going mountain climbing or something, and you needed to know how fast your engine was going. I think this is that, what that is. For your RPMs. And them wire cutters, you know, you have to have snap ring pliers. And this thing right here too, this is a pretty good little item right here. Cuts paper, it's a little wheel, it's really good. It didn't cost very much neither. And well, that's them extra points for them ring pliers. And okay, right here's an interesting little item, 2 of them. It's one of them celluloid plastic rulers. And the end of it got bad somehow. So I snipped it off at the 4-inch ruler. 4-inch mark, straight across, perfect. Now I have a 4-inch ruler. You know, when are you ever going to use that beyond now? You know, I've got more use out of that at this conversation than ever. And this right here too, if you know, this is one of them Gimmicks. It's a good screwdriver too. It's worth, you know, if you buying batteries, and it has one of these in there, and if you buy that many for that price, you get this free screwdriver. Come with a battery paired thing. Anyways, I suggest you get you one, because it's pretty neat. More of them, and even something. That was a special tool, come with some kind of appliance. And them, and these, you just something this away. That's what they're called. It's a full set of them. And all the way in the front there was a small screen. I'm going to put that over here. And another one of them tuning forks. So, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in there. There's one of them little torches that go, you know, there's a butane, and that's a diamond file right there. That's a good item. That costs a lot of money. I got the yard sale for nothing, you know, practically. Or I wouldn't have it. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. If it wasn't cheap, I wouldn't have it. And another of a different grit. I think they went on what color it was what grit it was. Rotary tool cutter blades. You know, a rotary tool's all right for it comes where you need it. You know. A compression tester to see if you've got compression, and some line wrenches. You know, when you need a line wrench is worth the price. And them little bitty pliers like that right there, them's pretty too. Some of that engine lube, piece of that, and another crooked wrench. And this right here, oh, I know what that was. It's an adapter for that compression gauge so you can check compression around the corner. It's got a bend in it there. But them line wrenches, you just the well to have the full set of them. Oh, I didn't know them was in there neither. You know, that's you don't know what these goes to. You know, just tools. And that was probably a freebie that come with a flashlight or something. A level, you know, you have to have them. Most of everything in here, there's two of them. There's another glass cutter. And a little bitty, that's a little bitty thing right there that holds the world's smallest drill bit. And that's got a retractable screwdriver on that. Oh yeah. You know, everybody's got to have one of these right here, but it's one of them things you only use and put up and never use it again. A contour. It's one of them contour gauges. You know, that's the circle on this flywheel right here. If I was going to go in there to the paperwork and on the work in a house, in a library, and figure this arc right here, that would be it. I'll give you a tip. Do not spread any Bondo with this thing right here. I mean, it takes too much lacquer thinner to get the Bondo off of it to use it like that to do this. I'm just giving you a little advice. All right, there's something that you know, right there, something you don't never need no more is watch band pins. You know, right there's a new pair. But you know, how long has it been since I had a watch band? And some more of that grease. And right there's one of them specialized tools that you can get around the corner with that thing right there if it's the right size. And this right here, I think Mr. Pete talked about these things right here. These wedges, that ain't never been used right there. That's a nice one. But, man, you know, well, there's another one of them compression testers. We can get them together. Yeah, you know, one of them. Yeah, there's one of them, and there's one of them multi-tube tools. If you use this, you use it, and if you don't, you never use it. It's not a tool that you might use. And like them propane torches, you know, you can have too many of these. I've done already put 6 or 7 of them down in the bottom of that before we... No, I didn't. I got them in another box. And here's another tool, you know, you got to have it. I think this right here was $1 at the yard sale. But you put this on that bolt right there, and you tighten this up right here, and it pushes that thing right in right there and splits that nut. Then you can get it off. You know, I've never used it. They say that they work. They sell them. then there's, I don't know what that goes to, but it's a nice one. And these right here is them, I don't know what that was either. Oh, that's a punch right there to set them rivets. Probably everyone's got one of these too. And that right there is a set of them General Motors specialized tools to pull that clutch off that air conditioner out there. You got to have them, you know. And there's a set of them metric tools. You know, I'm going to keep them, but I don't like them. And them rivet guns again, get 2 of them. If you got a rivet job, you don't want the job to go bad on account you ain't got a riveter. Let's box this one up. That's gonna be pretty heavy.